Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. AmusedJester and my name is Junior. What you are seeing on the table right now is the Dragonfly, the His Tank, and my own version that I created when they were doing the His Tank as a pre-order. And the reason why I have these out right now is because I'm currently fixing the shelf on which these guys were on because I'm getting prepared. I'm preparing them for the influx of stuff that I'm about to put in, which is the Ramen Toys tank, the Rattler, and what else? Something else big, huh? Is that all there is? Anyway, um, so oh, and the Ostriker. But I haven't done the reviews for them, and I thought this would be a perfect time to get the reviews out for those and have the comparison since I have them done anyway. So give me 1 second while I bring out the box for we'll do the Ramen Tank review today. All right, so this is the front of the Ramen Tank Hunter RAV01X1. This is the first one, the JoeFest Hunter Desert Scheme that I got. Here's the side. It looks like what do you call those? The military boxes, ammo boxes. So that's kind of cool, but it's just cardboard. Is that supposed to be Wolverine? Explosives. Yeah, that's it. So let me go ahead and open it up. We'll do the fast thing. Bring it out so you can see what's in the box as I bring it out. And then we'll look in close more. Oh, look, it's got screw holes and everything. Armored vehicles, Ramen Tank. All right, so here we go. All right, so that's the Ramen Tank itself. Hunter, like I said, there's a scheme. I don't know if this came loose of something. We'll check out and see. This is the sticker sheet. U.S. Army over here. All right, so I found where the accessories are. It's right at the top. So this is the barrel and some accessories in there. Now I think that's pretty much it. All right, so first off, let's take a quick close-up look of the vehicle itself. As you can see, this is just basic plastic. There is no paint application whatsoever. And this is as it was presented. So we all knew going in that this is what was going to happen. I chose the desert version because I think I kind of like the desert version for right now, back then. But yeah, so let's do this, right? So here's the front. There's a lot of great detail on it, but it's actually kind of nice, and it's got a nice heft to it. So by lifting it by one hand, I kind of strain, so it's pretty heavy. So this is how it came out of the box. I believe it's backwards, like the turrets are backwards, but we'll deal with that at later time. Oh yeah, I should show the back. Oh, I guess that's where the thing that came off, this one. So I'll put that afterwards. We got some transparent tail lights. There are no lights for this. This is pure and simple, as simple as a toy can be. This is as economical as can be. So this, I believe I paid for this either 150 or 175. I don't remember anymore. It's been a while. But I've always been okay with just like basic presentation of a vehicle, because I mean that means it's cheaper for me. This is coming off of the his tank, which was I believe 350. And right now you're probably saying, well, his tank right now, the Arctic his tank is selling for 199, which I think is a good deal, considering it comes with a figure as well. So, and these are actually rubber. Can you see that? That's cool. Separate piece and everything. It's got the hooks over here. I'm not a tank guy. I'm not a military guy. I mean, I bought this for GI Joe, GI Joe's sake. So, all right. So I think I've pretty much shown all the the detail. And there's the seat. We'll look into popping out. That's the interior afterwards. So let me go ahead and put this on the stand, assemble it, and look at it some more. All right, so first off, we're going to install the sheesh, what is it called? Well, whatever, the cannon, right? One thing to note, I saw in another review, when you're putting this on, there is a slot in here, as you can see, that corresponds to this one. Make sure you don't hold it like this. This is going to break off. So you don't want to hold it like that. So keep that in mind. It is a tight fit from what I've seen. Yeah, definitely a tight fit. So I'm going to rotate it a little bit so I get a little bit of action. If this takes too long, I'm going to go ahead and forward it. Okay, that's not too bad. Just got to be careful with it and everything. So I'm going to put it the way it should be. Just to note, once this turret is on a 90-degree angle to the body, you'll hear a pop and it will come up. That's because it just released from the clips. So every time it hits a 90-degree angle to the body, watch and listen. See that? It actually popped and lifted off. I guess you would say that might be a flaw in the design. That's the only way to remove the turret. And we'll take a close look at the inside now that it's exposed. So there's the inside of the turret. It's white and black, and it's got a display panel. That's kind of cool. Some buttons, another display panel over here. Okay. This does turn. Turns. The seats do not go forward or back, so that's kind of a shame. It would be nice if it had pulled back, and then you can put in the figure easier, because I heard it's a little bit tricky. It's got some nice detail in it, very basic and everything. So there's the interior, and I'll put this back on the stand. All right, so it can go either way, 90 degrees. Oh, actually, you know what? No. By the way, I forgot to say these two clips are different sizes. Can you see that? Hold on a second. So this one is smaller than this one. This one's bigger. So it corresponds only in a certain way. So if this is the back, this is the front, then you want to do it like this. Now, the only thing is it's kind of hard to align it properly. I've got the turret open so I can kind of see. So what you want to do is you want to press it and turn. Okay, now it's caught on and you're good to go. Again, the only thing is you have to watch and make sure you don't touch this part. So you just need to accustom yourself to not doing that, because this will break off with any kind of force. Now it's properly aligned. Let's go ahead and put the rest of the stuff into the vehicle. There's not a whole lot. The two antennas go into the back. There's one doesn't have any key, so it just goes in. Where does this go? I thought this was magnetized, so this actually flips up. This is supposed to hold the cannon, like so. So this one opens, I believe. Yeah, I think the front is the one that's magnetized, not the back, surely. Like I said, I'm not a tank guy. Oh, I think they put it. I think the reason why is when the tank is in storage, they put the barrel to the back, I guess, and this is to hold it in. It's not gonna allow you to flip this up and down because of the magnet system. So the only way to do that is to just hold it, open it, angle it the way you want it, and then let the magnet take it. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like this or the other way around, but that works for me. And then of course the machine gun. There's the detail. Again, just basic plastic. There's no paint application or whatsoever. But like I said, I'm okay with that. Okay, and then it just plugs in again. This one does have a key flat side, so make sure you put it on the flat side. And as you can see, it turns, goes up and down and everything. The last piece, I'll put this in and I'll be right back. All right, so I have 3V figures over here. We have CoverGirl over here. Flint, this is the new Flint, which I decided to get because I learned about that raffle thingy. Obviously, I didn't get the variant cover, but I'm okay. I was on the fence of getting this Flint, but I do like the portrait on this Flint better than the older one, and I like the fact that he doesn't have the full jacket one, which the other one has. The other one has been retired to the secondary variant figure file level, which is the top level. But this is kind of like the Flint that I kind of wanted, which I wish we'd gotten earlier. And then I have General Hawk here. Now, why do I have Flint and Hawk? Well, besides the point that this is a three-person tank, mainly because, as you can see, Flint has a very wide leg holster here for his gun, right there. So while Hawk has a very narrow hip holster. So I wanted to see if both will fit or if Flint will be troublesome and everything. So I'll do that on speed motion, and then well, let's see what's going on. So let's pop this off the right way by twisting it, and you'll hear a pop. I suppose that if I were to twist it on the other way around, I won't hear that pop, right? We'll test it afterwards. All right, so oh, Flint took his backpack for us, so that's good. Thank you, Flint. How easy will it be to put a G.I. Joe figure in here? We are about to find out. Not even any kind of effort at all. Absolutely easy, not an issue. So having this static doesn't really matter because it goes in pretty well. The only thing is, because of his fat leg holster, it does sit a little bit high. Let's take a look at how Hawk does. Hawk doesn't want to let go of his gun. I notice that Flint's legs aren't as wide as Hawk's. Surprisingly, Flint went in just fine, and Hawk's having an issue, which is completely the reverse of what I was expecting. So it looks like, there you go. It just needed to be in the right spot. So yeah. So obviously, because Hawk's holster is a little bit higher towards his hips, he's slightly lower than Flint, which is what I kind of expected. But still, even with Flint's cumbersome holster, he's still able to go in them pretty well. So let me go ahead and put a turret while the figures are in. I'm kind of curious if that will be cumbersome or not. Okay, I think that's aligned. Let me twist. I wonder if that's aligned or not. It's not twisting. Yeah, so we're gonna put CoverGirl over here. It's kind of funny the way she's gonna be stationed. Her feet are gonna be on Flint's head. We can't. Maybe we'll be able to see it, but I'm assuming that's not the way it should be in a normal tank. Oh, okay. So I thought it was gonna become problematic with her hair coming out. Like that. So I'm not gonna position her hands or anything. It's just, that should be fine for demonstrational purposes only. So I think with figures like Gung Ho or Roadblock, it'll be a problem because they're on a bigger buck system. But yeah. By the way, this, as you've seen, it's actually got some sort of suspension on the tires. So that's kind of cool. And the way it rolls so cool. So much like a natural tank, unlike what I've heard with the Thunder tank, which doesn't roll at all. This rolls perfectly. Let's see what's underneath, how this looks from underneath. I'm kind of curious. So the bottom is absolutely basic. And I'm looking at the suspension that they did. Interesting. So this is on some sort of suspension. I'm kind of curious how they did it. But I'm also impressed at how well it rolls. Like it doesn't even stick at all. So, all right. So let's look at my final thoughts on this thing. I completely forgot to do the comparison. So here is his tank compared to the Ramen tank. Maybe, oops, this is about to fall. Sorry, I almost had a disaster over here. And I apologize if my body sometimes obstructs the camera, but it's the way it's going to have to be because I have to move things around. So yeah, so I guess you could say that they're almost about the same length. I'll put his tank to the back and the Ramen tank to the front. I think it will just fit. I will say, look at that. This one rolls, but feels like the Ramen tank actually rolls a lot easier than his tank. So I've moved them basically back to back. With the turret, obviously the Ramen tank is longer, but without the turret, his tank is actually longer by, I would say, about 2 inches or so. And we'll take a look at them from the front. I haven't played with my his tank since I put it up there, so it's kind of a weird experience. So as you can see, the ramen tank is obviously wider than the his tank. The his tank, I can't remember anymore, guys. It wasn't the his tank like 350. The Hunter tank is 180. That's with free shipping. I believe this is a price that was a pre-order price, so you won't get the Hunter tank for that price anymore. And I don't know if it's offered as free shipping anymore. But just to let you guys know, I got mine for 180, and because it's overseas, there's no tax, so it's just flat 180. I'm pretty sure his tank was 350. All right, so I just looked it up. His tank was for $299, but of course, because of the way the HasLab was structured, it came with four figures. Four figures being $25 each. You take off 100, so it's $199. So that's a pretty good deal, considering compared to the two. The his tank has a lot of colors, it's lights. It's got a lot of accessories and everything. The Hunter tank is actually just very plain. And like I said, no paint job whatsoever. However, Ramen Toys is a smaller company, so he has, I would even say he has very little profit margin when it comes to these things. And of course, now the his tank is being offered for $199 with a figure, and a figure now is what, $27, $28. But we'll put about $25. So technically, they're selling the his tank for $175. That's the snow his tank though. And with a lot less accessories, no electronics or anything. But honestly, it doesn't really matter to me with the electronics. I just wanted the basic stuff, which is what Hunter Tank delivered. So it kind of, I would say, makes me mad that it's $199 that's being offered. But I'm kind of glad that it did, because I think $199 I would actually purchase another one, maybe two. But all that mold is everything. It's all paid up for by guys like us, like us who supported the HasLab, because all that mold is being reused for the Arctic his tank. But that's another thing. So let me put aside the his tank. Actually, no, I'm not gonna put that aside. What I'll do, I'll try to squeeze in the Awe Striker, because I never did a comparison of the Awe Striker to the his tank, and I think it would be kind of cool, because the Awe Striker is how much, $100 or something? I don't know. Guys, don't depend on me on pricing and everything, just because you can look it up yourself. My brain is old enough that it just doesn't remember or handle information very well. But there's the Awe Striker compared to the his tank, compared to the Ramen tank. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't think it's perfectly scaled. I believe I even remember Ace from Ramen Toys saying that his tank is slightly smaller than it should be to scale. But honestly, looking at it, it looks great to me. So I really can't tell anything at all that it's smaller or whatever. So yeah. How much was the Awe Striker? I think the Awe Striker is like 75, but I can't be too sure in that. But that's all the vehicles together. And just for the sake of it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this fit. But since I have all these guys out here, twist the turret over here. This tank over here, over there, and we'll put the dragonfly in the background. Just for the heck of it. I think that's freaking awesome. It's definitely got a presence. The only thing is I don't have room for this kind of presence. Yeah, I really wish I do, but honestly, I just don't have any room for this. which is probably why the Arctic Snowcat is gonna be my last vehicle. So that's, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I really shouldn't order the his tank. Where would I even put it? You know, but 199. Let me tell you this. Why would I be even considering getting this the Arctic his tank when I don't have any room for 199 minus the figure, which is $25? It's 175 for this. Now the his tank, the Arctic his tank that they're releasing is exactly the same mold with less features, less accessories, and no lights or whatever. But 175 for that. You're comparing it to the 180 on this one. But that one's got a lot of accessories and a lot more paint. Like I said though, Ramen Toys is a smaller company, so it's got a lot lesser profit margin. I'm actually very satisfied with this. The only reason I tend to hesitate now is because I'm into 3D printing now, and I know I can actually print something of this scale, something of this detail, but not necessarily something of this finish. Like this finish right here, the clean finish of that I just can't replicate that with 3D printing. What my 3D printing is, and I can, but it would take a lot of sanding and filling and everything. So I'll show you that my last project, the Sky Striker, once I'm reviewing the Rattler. So for 180, remember 180 flat, no taxes, no shipping. So let's say I had bought this on US base and it's got let's say shipping is free, but taxes are not, and 10%, let's say about $20 on taxes. So that technically this is 160. 160 for a big toy like that is pretty cool. It's not bad. I'm gonna value it based on my current circumstances, being that I don't have any space for it and that I can 3D print something similar. I will give it a value of, I kind of want to give it a 10, but I feel like that's unfair because I feel like this is still a 12. So 10 being that I got what I wanted. There's nothing, it wasn't disappointing or anything. Thanks to the earlier reviews, I found out about the delicate nature of this one and the rotation of the turret. So I'm okay with my experience. Base price 10 equaling to 180 without tax, without shipping. Yeah, I think a value of 12 is fair for something like this. Now, the only other thing that sort of I'm hesitating of giving it a 12 is because of the Arctic his tank is being sold by Hasbro for 199 with a figure. So that's without the figures 175, which got a lot of paint application and lights. But I feel that's unfair to compare to that because we already paid for that molding. We already paid for all the tooling and the die cast tooling and everything that Ramen Toys had to do. So it's kind of unfair to do that. But it still factors into my value because if I can get a his tank of this nature for 175 or 199, then I can't help but say, well, maybe I overpaid for this. You know what I mean? Plus, I can 3D print this. So maybe in my circumstances right now, I might not necessarily have paid 180 for this one because it is very basic in its features. But that's exactly what was promised and delivered. So has nothing to do with what's being shown to us. Especially now, which is kind of weird too. Like you would think that this now, in the present circumstance of our economy, would not be offered at $299. Like I feel like if this was a HasLab now, Hasbro would probably offer this at around $400 to $450. And yet we're getting the Arctic his tank for $199. But again, I said it's because they already have the mold for it. They're not doing anything except repainting it or changing the paint application. So yeah, so that's it for my review of the Hunter tank from Ramen Toys. If you can get it, as you can see, it looks great. It will look great in your 1/12 scale military figures. The only thing is it does stand out because now it's bare plastic while compared to GI Joe. Even this one, the Oz Striker, it has more paint than the Hunter Tank. However, you know what though? That is being unfair of me because I keep forgetting that it does come with a lot of stickers, and I believe that once you put the stickers on, then it's at least comparable to what they have done with Awe Striker. Yeah, you can see that it will change it up. I'm actually more proponent. I'm more of a proponent for Ramen Toys to have installed this rather than me doing it. But I'm just lazy. Yeah, I'm. You know what? It is unfair. I think that once the stickers are on, it will look much better because this is also bare plastic, and so is this one. None of these are from Hasbro's painted, so it's just got a lot of Tampo Deco and kind of stickers. So yeah. Now that I'm thinking of it, it's much easier for me to accept. This does rotate, just to let you guys know. This panel feels like it's gonna come off, but it doesn't because it's got a yeah man. For the price that I got it for with free shipping and everything, I feel like the price is very fair and more than what I kind of wanted, which is why the value is at 12. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next review. I'll be reviewing the Rattler because I now have an idea of where I'm going to put it. And then I have the Ecto 1 to review. So stay tuned for that. I got a lot more stuff to review. It'll be like a month ahead again because I've got so many stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next review. Bye.